We are back for another episode of Big Six Banter. It is the European roundup, and of course, we are joined by the gang, none other than Corey, Kears, KCE, and One Touch TV, who makes his return to the channel. One Touch, we telling me, bro, long time.
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dog.
Oh, the FBI got him already. Raw. 1 minute, 30 seconds into the
Asking
video.
man
The
from
FBI got him
motherland.
already.
If you didn't know before,
Yeah, the FBI got him already. You're not even 30 seconds into the video, people. You're not even 30 seconds into the video. The FBI took him out.
Rab, no. Rab,
Just you can't write this. You cannot write this. You can't write this stuff, man. They'll be back in a second. Man, them, how are we? How are we, man?
Right, listen, I'm on top of the world, man. Trust me.
my boy Kears. Wait, quick spot.
Listen, quick one,
me,
like one touch.
Right.
Spud me, G. Spud me.
One touch technical spot as well. You know how it
Let
goes.
me, bro.
Yeah,
listen.
Yeah,
We're here.
Yeah, feels good to be back.
Feels good to be back.
Listen.
Out. Listen, man.
Speaking and spoken to on a definitely on a Tottenham thing. I don't want to hear no.
Yeah, you don't even watch
I
that.
don't
You're not even
I
Europe.
just don't really want to hear it. You know what I mean? Just keep them comments to yourself. But yeah, man.
78.
Obviously, Arsenal with the scintillating 4-0 win at PSV. Of course, on top of that, United went to the Allianz, and again, I think everyone has mixed emotions on that game. 7-goal thriller. Managed to score 3 at the Allianz, which isn't an easy feat, but also conceded 4 on the other half. Elephant in the room with Andre Onana coming to address the fans after the game, as he felt he let the team down as well. So we'll get into that. Liverpool have just won against LASK as well, 3-1. You actually went 1-0 down. We'll actually get into that one as well. So there's plenty of stuff to talk about in this European roundup. 100%.
Wait, what about Tottenham?
Brother, we got it the first time. Don't worry.
Beyonce is performing again at Tottenham Stadium.
Excuse me, Corey?
Oh, or was it K-Trap and Heady One doing the
I'll
thing?
be bro.
Corey, was it Jackie or was it Onana? Big man thing, I don't know.
Is it K-Trap?
K-Trap's got a surprise performance on the 27th.
I know he's got a
I
good
don't
thing.
know what that means.
Bro, Casey, the album's out tomorrow. The mixtape's out tomorrow. So you might see a little promo at Tottenham Stadium.
I'm a veteran in that competition you're playing in, bro. Veteran.
Yo, God.
I'll be real. I'll be real. These teams are not going to be very fun. They're not going to be very fun for you. I'll be real.
Let them have the movie and I'll sit out. I don't mind.
But yeah, no. What was I gonna say? We'll start with the United game, lads. Chat. What game do you guys want to start with? I think we start with the United game because we always start with probably say. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, Bayern Munich 4, Manchester United 3, Onana howler, elephant in the room. Guys, we haven't even set the light goal, by the way. What are we saying for the light goal today? What are we saying for the light goal? 200?
Are we going to get signed with 4-3?
243?
Yeah. I'm with it.
4-0 for Arsenal with the 3 goals United scored.
let's try this again.
Yeah,
Take it in it. 243 the like goal today. So if you are watching this now or if you're watching this back, make sure you smash the like button. We are also 6 subscribers away from 6,600 subscribers. So let's get us over the line and get us on the way to 6,700 subscribers and of course 7K. So if you're watching the video, make sure you do smash that like button and get us to at least 50 likes straight away, as you've got just under 60 people watching already. So make sure you smash the like button, people. Manchester United and Bayern Munich obviously went head-to-head at the Allianz Arena. Man, what are your thoughts on the game? Because I had a long argument with Kaz about how the game went. He thinks Man United played fine. They started the game quite well. I think Bayern Munich didn't get out of gear too.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, I
20 minutes.
I think Casemiro spared their blushes, fam.
Yeah, I think the 2 goals at the end, I think he even spared Casemiro's performance. It's another disaster class from Casemiro, where he's just still not. He looks like he's aged 10 years. Give it another 2 weeks. I'm saying it's Fabinho part 2, bro. I don't know. I don't know. What's the excuse for Fernando this time? I don't know.
So you have to reserve just a little bit, and the only thing that goes in their favour is that they have a lot of man injured.
Yeah,
Other
they
than
do.
that, that's it. I don't know. That's the
Or like
only
Kobe
thing.
Kobe Mino and them man there.
Not even Manu. I'm talking more of the Amrabat, because that's obviously a Ten Hag signing. We haven't seen him play yet. Mount barely had a sniff. He's got injured straight away. Whatever we think about Mount,
what does Mount do for the team though? Come on, let's be serious.
Obviously, I don't know, but this is going to be.
Sorry. See, trying to blend in at the top row. Sorry, help us.
If Kai Havertz got injured, even though he hasn't done much,
one touch is in the wrong position.
He kept quiet. Kuro was trying to keep quiet there.
Monto, if you could change it. But if Kai Havertz got injured in your team, yeah, even though personally he hasn't done amazing at your club right now, it would still affect you, would it not?
You wouldn't hear us talking about it though.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah,
no one will be saying, "Oh, Havertz is injured. This guy's injured." No one's going to be talking about it like that. If anything, we'll be enjoying it.
I have like 10 senior players injured. Like it or not.
You know, I will allow you for that, innit? But it still don't excuse the fact that you played shit against a Bayern team who weren't even that great.
I don't think I played absolutely terrible though.
Nah, kids, they didn't play shit. They didn't play shit.
I think they played shit. They played good.
Nah. Let's be like, man, you didn't play shit.
The 4-3 masked it, bro. They scored 3 goals.
Nah. Look, I'm not saying the 4-3 didn't mask it, but man, you didn't play shit. Let's not do that. Man, they created chances. They did some things.
The reason why I think they played shit, is because Bayern weren't even out of first gear. So that's shit to me. Yeah. If you're playing mediocre,
that's different though, because man, you had chances, kids, but you're right. Bayern didn't get out of first. They're probably in second gear max, they probably went second gear whenever they needed a goal, and then went back to first gear. Like that's how it was panned out. And I know the result masked what really happened. And I don't know what Man U fans are trying to do. Like, we see positives. We only lost by 1. How many teams go to the Allianz and score 3? Shut up, man. Doesn't care about all that, bro. Bayern playing in first gear and still winning the game. Like, what are we doing there, bro? Man, you lost 3 games in 3
every time United up the ante, they up the ante a second after that. And the worst thing is, Harry Kane and them man come off. These man were off the pitch.
That's what I'm saying. Brown promoting them, man.
By the way, I like Tell, innit? I think Tell's a really good young talent.
For sure.
But he rips you, man, up. I'm just looking at the game, and if people, for me, I feel like anyone who says, "Oh, we scored 3," so not many people do that. I think you just didn't watch the game. Bayern Munich looked in control of massive amount of the game. They were in control, massive amount of the game.
But I'm talking about how you say in control of the game, but in control of the game and dominating us is 2 different things. You can have the ball, no problem. Like Ten Hag has already said, we want to be a transition team, so we won't have as much as the ball. Especially going to Bayern Munich, they're going to have the ball more than us. So you can have.
You want to be a transition team going forward, Corey? Wait, Ten Hag said you want to be a transition team going forward.
Yeah, that's what you said. He said he wants to be the best transition.
That doesn't correlate. That don't correlate to what he said.
That is. So he wants to be a spicy Ollie.
But he never said that though. He said he wants to.
He said this like before, like pre-season, innit, Corey, or something.
But we're passing the point here. My point is, with Bayern, they can have the ball more than us. It's about what they do with the ball. In my personal opinion, Bayern Munich was the easiest team that I've played in my last 4 losses. Facts. Easiest team. We should have beaten them.
What?
Bro, from playing you, playing Brighton, playing Tottenham, and playing Bayern was the easiest team to play.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say
that's wild, but that's problematic for you, bro. That's wild, but that's even more problematic for you, bro. Going into this weekend.
Can I say what the game felt like? The game looked like it was like Arsenal playing Aston Villa. So the game was controlled for like 80% of the game, but Villa had little spouts. they had like little
I don't agree with
5
that.
to 8 minute spouts where they looked dangerous. They looked dangerous, but were never at any point in the game better than Arsenal. That is what that game signified to me. That type of game.
No, because you see the Arsenal that's playing now, even though they have a lot of possession, they do something with the ball. They're peppering the team at all times. They're peppering. With Bayern, they had a build up, and then it's either Kimmich would lose the ball somehow, which I was quite surprised with, or Upamecano would do something stupid.
Brother, if that game ended 5-1 to Bayern, no one would have been like, "Oh, that's flattering of them." No one would have said that. No one would have said that.
5-1 to Bayern.
I'm just saying, brother. I'm not saying you guys didn't. Okay, maybe 5-1's a bit extreme. Maybe 4-1.
I think you guys forget the chances that we really had, bro.
Yeah,
like
Eriksen has to score. Eriksen has to score that, by the way. He has to score that, yeah. But at the end, this is fine margins. How about this? When Arsenal lost 5-1 to Bayern Munich back in, Ozil missed the penalty, right?
Oh, PTSD.
I know, but kids, hear me out when I talk about the game. When I talk about that game, you man still had chances. Man, I promise you, go watch the highlights from 5-1.
No, it's true. It's true.
I don't think we will watch the highlights.
Cool. Yeah, well, no one's here, and no one's here saying, "Oh, do you know what? If Ozil scored that penalty, we win that game." Like, bro, Bayern Munich were cutting you man open with ease.
Wait, you're talking about Arsenal's loss when they lost like 6-1 or like 6-2 or whatever.
Yes, but Arsenal still had loads of chances in that game. I remember.
He's just responding using your logic, bro. That's what he's saying.
6-1.
I'm using the same logic that you're using. I'm using the same logic, bro. I'm using the exact same logic.
You will never be able to say that to Jim because they believe, because the score was 4-3, they believe they were there. They believe they were there.
We were in it. We gave them one hell of a game. We did.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, trying to fight this point, what you need to say to Corey is, Corey, in that game, how many chances did Bayern create? Forget what you created, because we already know you're not clinical. How many chances did Bayern create? Plenty. Too many. And
every time they like 3 times, no?
Every time they backed. What was Gnabry? I saw one of these chances. Gnabry was like kind of just chilling. Like, man, them weren't even like taking it seriously. Man, them were just when they missed it, was training, whatever. There was the intensity wasn't there from Bayern from minute one. Like, come on,
Casey, remember that game? I don't know if it was maybe the season before last where City played Man U and it ended 2-0, but we know City were just like passing it about, like having fun, blah, blah, blah. It was 2-0. It could have been 5-6, but they were just having fun training. And that's Bayern was like, if we do need to raise it, we can raise it, get a couple goals ahead. Ooh, they scored again. Ooh, let's score another one. And then obviously there wasn't enough time, bro.
But this, do you know what this kind of? It's not as crazy as this. I think this is a stretch to say this, but when United was 6-1 down to City, and Martial scored at the end, and did Martial score 2 at the end? It was 6-1, and then it was
Anthony.
Oh yeah, Anthony Martial, yeah.
And Anthony scored. No, Anthony scored the 1 because that was.
Oh yeah, no, he did score 2. He did.
I think Martial scored 2 in it. Yeah.
For the penalty and the open goal one.
Yeah, it wasn't as similar as that. But like, bro, Casemiro scored 2 goals to make it a bit shaky at the end. At no point in that game were Man United better than Bayern Munich. Not one point in that game. United were better than Bayern Munich there for even 5 minutes. Like, I'd say, do you know what?
Did you watch the game?
You had a phase, like you had a moment in the game where Højlund scored, where you put the pressure on for no more than 5-10 minutes.
What are you talking? Did you watch the game? Did you watch the first? Did you watch the first?
I went back and watched the first half.
So wait, hold on a second. For you to come on this panel and say that the whole entire time we weren't better than them, when you watched the first half an hour of the game, you're nuts. You clearly didn't watch us. You clearly didn't watch us.
United looked okay, bro. You looked okay.
No, it's not okay because you're just downplaying the thing now.
What am I downplaying, bro?
We conceded that single goal.
Corey, I'm not downplaying anything. Corey, I'm not downplaying your team. I'm saying I predicted 4-2 in it. I predicted Bayern Munich are going to be better than you, man. And because they employ Upamecano, who I believe is one of the worst centre-backs to play for a top team in the last 20 years, you guys are minimum scoring 2 goals. And you guys aren't clinical, and you still scored 3. Because I think Bayern Munich are crap defensively, but they're good going. The rest of their team, midfield and attack, is very good. But at the end of the day, these men, for me, were in gear 2. They weren't even at their best. And they still looked miles better than you. Why am I giving you, man? Why am I giving you, man, credit for looking worse than a team that didn't get out of gear 2? What are we doing here?
But they scored 3 goals at Bayern, bro. They scored 3 goals.
I don't. But the problem.
They get points for that nowadays.
Right now, the way I'm seeing Bayern Munich and the way I'm seeing other clubs, I don't see Bayern Munich getting much better than they are now. I personally don't see that. I see
why though. Why?
The reason why I would say this, is because their defense is like Upamecano and certain, like, there's so many mistakes in their back line right now. Sometimes maybe the keeper, like, it's not even Neuer yet, which is a big loss for them either way. You got Upamecano, like, there's a lot of mistakes that can happen.
And you couldn't mistake your way into a victory or a draw, bro. So what are we saying there?
Defenses can lose you games sometimes, isn't it? It clearly happened to me. You know.
Listen. Every game of football is fine. I think every game of football is fine margins, isn't it? I think every game is fine margins. I think, of course, we don't know how the game's gonna go if Onana doesn't make the mistake. But for me, that's probably the 4th goal Onana's let in that he should have saved. I think he lets in the won't goal too easy. I think he lets in.
This brother needs to be spoken about because I'm all for the playing out the back thing, but first and foremost, your job is to save shots. That's your job. That's your job. All this other stuff is great.
He was waving his hands in the air like he just don't care yesterday, boy.
Put the hands in the air, saving the shots.
You're not saving my shots. I need more.
He's got bare rhythms. Oh, na, 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 na.
Casey. Oh, na, 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 na.
You got a team.
You got bare rhythms. And he's my African brother, so I don't like to go in on him. But boy, he's having a rough night. He's having a rough night after rough night after rough night, bro. He's seeing 10 goals. 10 goals in 3 games, man. Come on now.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Man said I see 3 Kepa. I said you're killing me.
Yeah, yo, there you man. Big up 44 with the super chat. He goes, Ramsdale gonna look good in a Bayern kit. 60 million, please.
Oh, listen. I'll take that still.
Of course, I'll eat your hand off for that, but
I'll listen.
That's million.
Big up
says no.
Man's calling him the Cameroonian Kepa, you know.
Assad says 14 goals conceded in 5 games. I don't think that's not entirely down to Onana, because you got to remember some of the shots. These man are getting 3 shots in the box, in it. The way certain goals are going in against United, man are getting 3 game in the box, in it.
Yeah, but he's still in goal, bro. He's still in goal.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying I'm not gonna blame him.
That's unfair. I think that's
no, bro. Word to him, bro. He put the arm around the U and so was like, listen, if we all could see that I'm involved, we're all in it together. He said that, bro.
It's not been good for Man United.
The chances that he's getting, bro, they're basically 1v1s. Now, you could be the best keeper in the world, for all I know. But when you're 1v1, there's a good chance the striker's scoring.
Corey, I don't want to hear that, because when it was Ramsdale for Bournemouth and Sheffield, and I kept saying the defense in front of him is poor, that's why you conceded so much. Man, were like, he still got relegated. He's still a bad keeper. You're talking about same energy. Just keep the same energy.
I don't remember when we said that. That must have been like 2 years ago.
You know exactly what we're talking about, bro. But
it's scary.
For me, and Nana, looking like
that's 2 years ago.
Looking like a real fraud.
Receipts are receipts, Corey. Receipts are receipts. But anyway, Nana, what's going on with him, bro?
Because it's not only that, Corey. You can say it's the defense. You can say all of this.
Say his name anymore, Ethan. You gotta sing it now, bro.
Onana's got the I think about 80% of the goals. Like, I blame him 80%, but like I'm definitely not going to forget the 20% because the chances that they've had, some of them are insane. But then at the same time, the shots that he should have stopped is for me much more, because if you're not stopping little P shots like this sometimes, what's gonna happen when man are licking shots at you? Like, are you gonna be able to stop this?
No, but we know he can save, bro. The Choupo-Moting save is a very good save, in my opinion. That's an excellent save. He's not gonna be remembered for that.
That's all nonsense to me, bro. That's all nothing to me, bro. That's nothing to me.
He can make good saves, but I said this, innit? Mignolet made good saves to me, but then he'd concede a blunder in the same game.
That's what I'm saying. So it's pointless. That's all dead to me. That's all dead to me. You're making good saves after I've lost the game. Allow me.
Corey, you see, Nana, you see him, yeah? Has he improved your style of play?
Yeah, definitely.
You reckon?
For sure.
You reckon your football looks prettier on the eye this season than it did last season?
No, it doesn't look prettier on the eye. I think it would look much better if we had certain people back. I think it would flow much better as well.
So who would be your like ideal starting 11 then? Everybody fit.
So I'd have obviously Varane and Martinez. I'd actually play Reguilon
in front of
because I think he's been playing very well in my personal opinion. Even though we haven't been playing well, but I'd still play him. I think he's been playing decent, isn't it? I can't lie. Every time he comes to watch him, he hasn't played well.
What's it, 25?
I can't be you playing forward at the back then, yeah.
I don't Corey thinking he's that. He's it.
Corey, let's
finish his team.
I don't think he's it. I'm just saying, based on what we've got, I think he's done very well.
Of course, let's address another elephant in the room. Casemiro. Obviously, I really like the way he took his goals. I think he is still a big game player for you. I still think he's head and shoulders above everyone else in your midfield, but it's not been a good start to the season for him, and yet another performance where I feel like for me in the midfield, everyone keeps saying like, okay, this is what I keep hearing. Casemiro is not receiving any protection. Brother, he's the protection. He's the protection.
No, facts. It's facts too.
He's the protection.
I think that's too. I think that's that is very silly to say.
Wait, anything that comes out of your mouth is
I'll let you go in a second. Before you do, I was saying the same thing about Fab game week 7. I said he needs protection and and you know what I'm saying?
I was on that ship. I was agreeing with you.
Corey. By October, I was done, bro. Corey, by October, I was done. I was done. I seen enough.
I'm withdrawing any applications towards him until I see him and Amrabat play. I need to see them two play together.
Hey, Corey.
Then I will make the choice.
Corey, he doesn't need Amrabat to hold his hand.
Let me help you out, Corey. Let me prepare you, man, because I'm a nice guy. You know me. I'm a good Corey. I'm one of the good guys. Look, let me just break it to you now. Casemiro is done. Let me tell you why. He's done. And like last season, he was like, I'm gonna do everything to show that I'm not past it. This wasn't a holiday. Boom, boom, boom. He did it. Worked his socks off for a whole year. Then he saw who you lot try to bring as a supporting act in the summer, saying, "What? This is who I slaved for last season." Long thing. You know what? I'm gonna put my feet up, score a couple goals, get my paycheck, and retire on a high because no one can tarnish my reputation. My CV is stacked. So he's good out here, bro. Whatever happens, he's good out here. So just prepare yourself. Don't do this Amrabat when Amrabat comes in. No, bro. It's not going to happen. Prepare yourself now. Because I don't want to see you crying on Big Six bands. Telling me, Niger, you told me so.
Amrabat Casemiro thing, innit? Please. I'm banking on that. I'm banking on the Casemiro Amrabat thing. Let me see that with Varane and Martinez. Could be looking at a new team at this
Corey,
time,
Corey, you don't even believe that yourself.
Corey, you don't even believe it.
By the way, Corey, how far away is this?
Before,
Is this like
I just want to say
months
one thing,
away or weeks?
Pick
Or...
up Rasmus because Mandem talked mad about Rasmus, but Rasmus playing very, very well. And
I need goals, Corey. I need speed goals.
He scored.
He scored. I need more. Wait, did he score?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Rasmus back still.
Oh yeah, he did. That little scuffed effort.
That shit finish.
Yeah, Kane scored a pen.
But he scored, man. Allow him, bro. He scored.
Wait, why is he about Kane? Word to you, man. He's not my player. How far away are you
from the craziest thing of...
How far away are we from all these injuries, man, them coming back? Like, when are we going to get the full 11? Just like the latest.
Let me have a look, actually, right now.
I actually need to know how long.
You know, Højlund's hit the back of the net twice, and Corey's not been able to enjoy one of the goals yet, bro.
I know, but it's coming, though. I will enjoy Rasmus.
Bro, low of averages, bro. Low of averages.
Was offside.
Let's
exactly.
keep it into the
Not offside. The Rashford dribbled it out.
That is free. This is 3 straight defeats for Manchester United. 3 defeats
10
on
goals,
the bounce.
10 goals.
10 goals conceded. Bruno Fernandes, for me, another game where he hasn't looked great. United do have injuries, and I think things are going on off of the pitch, which is clearly affecting the play. But
the manager is the issue, Monts, bro.
What, 10?
Go on, speak on it.
Hey, bro, because look, that game on Saturday was Ten Hag's moment. That was his big moment to show these boys are behind me. This is my team. And it was a time for the players to say the same thing back to him. We're behind you, coach. We got you. Bun Jaden, man. He's on a joke thing. Going to parties and on his bling bling. Do you get me? We're behind you, coach. I thought that's what I was going to say. I thought they were going to die on him, leave blood on the freaking pitch for him. And you know who the man of the match for Man U was in that game? A freaking Hannibal. A Hannibal. Not even a Hannibal, bro. That was the best player for Man U. The only guy that gave 110% when he was on the football pitch. And he wasn't even doing it for Ten Hag. He was just excited to be on the pitch, bro. It's long. That game was long, bro, for you. That just showed that you lot this season are finished, bro. And it hurts me to say it and hurts me to see it. Because I remember being in this same situation where teams were rolling up to the Emirates saying, oh, we can get a win here. We can get a result here. We can make some history here. That's what's going on at Old Trafford right now. It's long, bro. Like, that's why your head's down for the whole stream, bro. But head chin up, bro. Things will change, man. 100% things will change, bro. But just this season's going to be long for you. I didn't think it'd be this bad, but this season, bro.
4 to 5 games will not define my season. I can assure you on that. Because, you know how it was last season.
For sure.
Didn't do well. Then I come out with a cup and third. This is how it works, yeah? We haven't started great.
Corey, last time you said this is how it works, it didn't work out well. Last time you said
it didn't work out well. It didn't work out well.
It works.
At the same time, I just want to see my team. I want to see my team.
He ain't won a game.
I ain't got my team back. I haven't got my team back, so it is what it is. You got to just wait for my team to come back, wait for my players to come in. Like, bro, deep it. I've signed Amrabat and I haven't seen him play a minute of football.
And Mino's about to come back to full fitness.
This is not you, man. Now, like, my signings.
I need my signings, bro. I need my signings. You
sound like a Chelsea fan. Cool. You sound like a Chelsea fan, Jay.
What are you talking about? How do I sound like a Chelsea fan? I didn't
sign. We won't get to see the real team until my signings play. I won't get to see
I didn't sign 2 squads. I signed like 5 players.
Yeah.
5. And one of them I haven't even seen.
Months. As soon as Mount comes back, they're gonna mount their challenge, bro. Trust me, bro.
Mount. Listen.
Corey, you do know you basically signed a new spine, innit?
Mount don't need to come back. I don't care for Mount.
Hey, that's one of the guys we need fit, bro.
And Amrabat. That's all. Those are the 2 people I care, and Luke Shaw actually slightly.
My brother, don't do that to me.
Amrabat, the 2 people I care about, innit?
Champions.
When them 2 come back, I feel like a different team will come.
I don't think when players come back, the difference is going to be crazy. I think Amrabat will probably be the best difference maker out of all of them. I think when Anthony comes back, that means nothing because he's shit.
Kobe, what about Kobe, bro?
Rasmus is fit. Rasmus is fit anyway, so it's like fair enough, cool. So that's that front sorted. Rashford's playing and he's fit. I think in your midfield,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Kate, Corey Lowett. Yeah, I know he twisted him for McConnell, but who doesn't?
What'd you say?
I said that he twisted up Mumpa McConnell. I'm not gonna lie, but who doesn't?
It wasn't up McConnell he twisted up, G.
It was. He dropped his shoulder and he took him to the byline.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about that one. This is what I'm saying. There was many situations. I wasn't talking about that.
Yeah, of course. I'll be real close.
Let Martial go left wing, innit? Martial go right. I said, let Martial go left. Let Martial go left for the time being, please. Let Martial go left for the time being, and then slap one right back, innit? Once he comes.
Where's Rashford gonna play?
Put Rashford right because Rashford don't track back. I don't know what he's doing. Actually, bench him.
You're gonna put your best player on the right, bro. The best player of your team on the right.
My best player.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford is your best player.
Who is your best player, Corey?
Who is your best player? Don't say Bruno. Don't say Bruno.
I want him to say Bruno.
Don't say Bruno.
Casemiro is my best player. Casemiro is my best player.
Yeah, you're finished. You're finished. Yeah, you're finished. It's over. It's over. Bro, Casemiro is your best player.
Is it not either Odegaard or Declan Rice?
Oh, man. Oh, Corey.
I don't know what that has to do with this, but
this is it, bro. You guys are making it seem like Rashford not being my best player is crazy, bro. Like,
but it is crazy. It's wild. It's
outrageous. Without him,
he's above the rest of the time,
bro. Without him, you're in a relegation battle, bro.
The facts.
What? Without
that's
Casemiro,
last season. I'm talking about. Last season.
Wait. Without Casemiro, where do you think I'd be?
Hey, bro. Do you know what I think? See when I see Rashford, I think he's a lost pup, bro. He's like, bro, I just want my teammates to be as good as me. That's why he's trying to do everything. Dribbles, pass, shoot, everything. It's like, you lot, I don't believe in any of you, bro. It's stupid. It's stupid way to think for sure. But that's what you see on the pitch. He's trying to do the 1-2s of himself, bro. Because you lot are messing him up. Rashford, bro. He's still your best player.
He's not. He's definitely not. Because although Casemiro's had a bad start to the season, and obviously Rashford scored how many goals last season? Big him up, big him up in it. But fundamentally, without Casemiro, I would have been done.
My brother, like, who's scoring your goals, my brother? Who's scoring your goals, bro? Who's scoring your goals if Rashford is injured, for example?
Who's scoring my goals? What last season? I don't know, innit? I don't know for last season, innit? I don't know. I'll be real.
Bro, even this season, bro. This season, who is it?
Wait, Rashford didn't even bag yesterday, though. He didn't bag.
It don't matter, bro.
Your protector, DM scored your goals, and that's not sustainable. That's not sustainable.
It's embarrassing, but he does take Casemiro. I've been saying Casemiro is a bit dangerous in the box. He can do a thing, but like I don't know, man. We definitely don't have enough goal scorers anyway, innit? Like we said this last season, and that's why we wanted someone like Kane. But we've brought in Rasmus. I think Rasmus is good, but he's not Kane level, is he? And obviously you got Anthony Sancho that are just bumming it off.
Let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's rip the band-aid off. Let's rip the band-aid off. Are you getting out your group?
Yes, I am.
But why though? Yeah, like, what makes you so confident?
I still think that even though we haven't been playing well, the players are coming back in it. I just looked. You've got Amrabat that's fit enough to be in the squad. You've got Varane that's fit enough to be in the squad as well. You know. So the players are starting to come back. That's a bit of a positive. I do think that my team will be much better with those two in the side, and we won't be conceding such crazy chances like we have been the past couple games, innit?
I don't know about that.
Because really and truly, yeah, it's my defense has been the real problem. These past couple of games,
he scored one more goal than Chelsea.
But he
scored one more goal than Chelsea.
Scored 3 last night, Montel. Don't do that. 3, okay.
And in the Premier League, he scored one.
The problem is, Montel. The problem is Yeah. It's just been we've just had such bad luck in terms of scoring goals. You got to understand. You got to understand,
bro. You can
bro.
hear it in his voice, bro. He's down bad, bro. Months, have a heart.
Realness of it, yeah. Realness of it. Like, think about this, yeah.
His tone, bro.
But I'll give a couple examples, yeah. Obviously, the Gabriel one, the Garnacho one, yeah. Second of all, the handball of what do you call it, Ramiro, that should have been a penalty as well, yeah. Also, the Brighton one where it was literally just off. I think it was off, but it's very, very harsh. Like people could say it's on the ball's on the line as well. Like we've been trying to attempt to score goals. Maybe we haven't scored enough goals. I totally understand that, but I don't think
as well, wasn't it?
I'm looking.
Corey, this explanation.
I'm looking.
I don't want to hear
stinks, bro. Stinks.
I
thought you were gonna put the background music soon.
Corey, if I was in your position, if any of us in your position, we sat here and said, "Oh, we've been unlucky." When we scored one goal.
One second. If you was in my position, are you looking at my attack first? Are you looking at my defense?
I'm looking at both. I think they're both crap.
Hey, someone got to check on Corey, bro. Hey, who lives near him?
You can say they're both crap. Yes, they are both crap. But which one are you looking at first? My defense or my attack?
If I was in the ends, I'd come.
Someone go check on Corey. Who lives near him?
It's literally simple to say, bro. You're looking at my defense more because defense, like we're leaking goals. And it's crazy. I'd rather be getting the 1-0 than getting pumped.
Yeah,
if anyhow, Amrabat flop. Amrabat is crazy. Like, how about this? These men they have £200 in their account, and they put £200 on Amrabat.
We put the whole thing.
They've just all
everything.
All on red, bro. All on red. Everything on red. Everything on red.
This guy flops. You're bankruptcy. You're bankruptcy. This guy flops.
I'm all in, man. I'm all in.
Bro,
just like last season, we slapped our money on Casemiro.
6 goals. They've scored 6 goals. And 3 of them. Hold on, they've scored 6 goals, and 3 of them have come against Nottingham Forest.
You're bake.
That's cool. I understand that. Great. But anyway, as I said already, last season I banked my money on Casemiro to do the thing. Now I'm banking my money on Amrabat. It's as simple as that. Bro, you're talking about us scoring goals. How many goals have we conceded? Bro?
Did you just say? Wait! I'm not gonna let that cheeky comment go past. How can you say the season before? How can you say the season before we banked on Casemiro like he's just anyone? Like, oh, let's just put a risk in Casemiro. Let's see what he does. But that's a 5-time Champions League winner. Now you're comparing him to Amrabat, and you putting your faith in Amrabat, bro. Please don't.
Amrabat is a baller, but brother, he's not gonna save you.
Hold on a second. I wasn't even saying it like, Casemiro, like he might do this, he might do that. I knew he was gonna do this, and I knew he was gonna do that because I knew the quality we was getting. You guys just didn't seem to see that because you saw 2 bad performances at the start of the season. That's on you, man.
What you thought? Wait, hold on. Say that again, Corey. One more time. For the people, louder.
Do you not remember last season he played Southampton and he played another team and he wasn't playing great. He wasn't playing great. And Magnum said, "Oh, he's leggy. He's not suited for the Premier League. He's not on this." And then after that,
I'll be real. I remember. I'll be real. Casemiro is a bona fide footballer, bro. Like whether he has 1 bad game, 2 bad games, we've called him a thug because he was moving like a thug at one point.
Like there we go. As you should.
Again, Casemiro is head and shoulders above everyone in your team. I agree with you. Rashford's not the best player in your team. Casemiro's the best player in your team. That's for me. It's a given. But at the end of the day, bro, let's not do the sympathy thing with a 5-time Champions League winner who's come into your team and was easily your best midfielder. Stop doing the sympathy thing with guys that are world class, bro. A man is world class, bro. So when you're starting the season,
you put them above bare man's players.
Levels ain't the same.
Hey,
levels ain't the same.
It's like Arsenal. We're carrying Havertz in the midfield, but we're still performing, bro. Get me?
No, bro. As I said already, nobody's doing the sympathy thing for Casemiro because, as I said already, I knew what we was getting, and I knew he would do that. That's not sympathy. That's a fact. And
I can hear it in your tone of voice that you're looking for the sympathy. Don't do that.
I'm not
looking for the sympathy, bro. Wait, hold on a second. The difference is, bro.
Man told me Mutz was the actor.
Right, Corey, can I debunk your facts? Can I debunk your facts? You said
not
that.
Yet. I just want to finish something. I just want to say one thing.
All right, go on.
You man are saying I'm looking for the sympathy thing, but at the end of the day, me winning, me losing, Man United is always going to be in your lot's mouths. So it's not a problem. I understand how we're doing bad.
Is this what it is, bro? Is this what we're getting to? Okay, Corey, I've got some serious questions here. Look. There is a chance.
One touch. Let me debunk what he said. He said that at the start of the season that we were questioning Casemiro. Personally, not me, but I don't know who he's referring to. But the man them were questioning Casemiro in it, saying he's leggy and whatnot. I remember at the start of the season, Man United losing 2 games and then going and beating Liverpool and then announcing Casemiro. So Casemiro didn't even feature for those 3 games for one. And then after Liverpool, Man United actually went on to play well in the games after that. Like, I think that the run after the Liverpool game was very good from Manchester United. So I don't remember a time where Casemiro was ever really questioned talent-wise for Manchester United. He was always seen as the best midfielder walking into their team. In fact, I remember when he first came into his team, the game after the Liverpool game, he put in one free ball. A man were creaming about it. That one pass that he played, bro, that is a breath of fresh air. And they ain't seen this in years. So I don't really know where this narrative.
Are you talking about the Everton game?
I don't remember what team it was against, but I'm saying I don't remember this narrative that he was saying that he's leggy, he's this. The only narrative on Casemiro I remember is when he was getting the red cards and he was getting suspended, and Man United looked like they couldn't cope without him in midfield, which is actually a compliment to Casemiro. So again, I will not be. This is why I said I'm not going to be hearing sympathy shouts for Casemiro in terms of you knew what we was getting. Everyone on the planet knew what you was getting in Casemiro.
I don't think everyone did.
Yes.
I personally don't think everyone did. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they did.
Okay, let's do your personal opinion versus the facts of the matter, innit? 5-time Champions League winner comes to Manchester United.
Everyone in here knew that I was going to get a world-class Casemiro. That's what you lot all thought.
Of course.
Bro, it's Casemiro, bro. Like,
Chifa made me sick.
Bro, Corey, you tried to do this before. You tried to argue this before.
I won't lie. I won't lie. I thought the season he's having we're about to see this season was how he was gonna come to Man U last season. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a holiday thing.
I get it. You know what? Thank you for saying the truth. I know for a fact that what you're saying resonates with some of these men here. I'm not even going to talk.
I can't speak for anyone. But within 3 games, Corey, though, my mind changed. I was like, okay, so the real Casemiro decided to show up in Manchester. All right, cool. And then I fell back.
I totally understand that. Bro, your opinion can change. You are totally entitled to that. But I am telling you, bro, that these certain man here, was not thinking I was getting world-class Casemiro. I'm telling you for a fact. They saw like 35.
Okay. Let's play devil's advocate, Corey. Let's just say they didn't. Let's just say hold on. Let's say they didn't, but by Christmas they were convinced that he was world-class. What now? Probably.
Then
okay, but what now? What next? What next?
I just like the honesty. I just want them to be honest. Like, just say.
Okay, so you're just dancing for no reason. Hey, brother. Hey, you just dancing for no reason, bro. Man's dancing around, bro. Wind the ting, bro. You've been looking at the ting dancing for time. Man's just dancing behind there, like, yo, bro. Wind the ting. What are you saying?
You know what it is? I'll be honest. Yeah,
wind the ting, bro. Hey, what's going on, bro? I just winding behind her, bro.
Being honest. Like, I can happily say that certain players that go to certain people's clubs, I didn't think that was going to be amazing. Then they've impressed me, and I've had to go, you got me, fair enough, innit? But man, then will sit here and be like, no, man, man, I thought Casemiro was going to be world class straight away.
Corey, respectfully, what the hell are you talking about, bro? What in the blue hell is going on here, bro? What just happened? I just threw bare words out of this. on the screen to say enough, bro. About something that was potentially said at the start of last season about Casemiro, bro. Let's not do this here. We're here to talk about Man U's current situation. And you guys are starving for quality in your team, bro. Starving. That you're getting excited about Kobe Mino. You're getting excited about Højlund that we don't really know about, not yet. You're getting excited about Amrabat, who had a decent World Cup, decent player. Brother, there's a chance that brother, if from when there's still a chance that your defense could have Maguire and Evans at the end of next game that you play in. Wahala everywhere in Manchester United. Wahala. It's long. It's long. There's a chance that we could see that centre-back partnership again this season. Like, you couldn't. I'm scared, though.
And the reason why you couldn't, I would have to have 3 injuries, 3 centre-back injuries to see Evans and Maguire. And
okay, so there's a chance. Right there's a chance. There's a chance.
Well, that's like me saying you lose to Libra and Gabriel, and then what happens? What happens?
Wait. Have we actually moved past Casemiro? Have we moved past the Casemiro thing, case?
Yeah, we're at centre backs now. We're at centre backs now.
Because apparently, guys, we thought world class Casemiro was going to be crap, so that's fine.
No, Montel. Not only that, we thought that a year ago, and now it's coming because he's actually turning a bit stinky. Well, you lot thought he was going to be stinky, and he was good. So now that he's stinky,
it's been 5 games. It's been 5 games, and you man are all saying my season's done. Casemiro's whack. Rashford's
whack. Who said your season's done?
Martinez,
Who said your season's done? Who said your season's done? Who said that?
I never said you said my season's done yet. Obviously, Nigerian said that already, but no problem. I'm not saying that either. But the way you man are saying Casemiro's done out here, he's never gonna recover. Word to Englishman. Rashford, he's back to his form.
Exact words where he's on holiday.
Obviously, no style of play. Onana, waste of money.
Martinez.
No, but wait. Any of these things that you're listing, are they lies first? Are they lies?
I feel like you man.
No, but all the things you just said, Corey, are they lies?
Specifically at One Touch. Please, specifically at One Touch, because you're listing the things that he has said. None of us have said this.
Okay, so
wait, Corey. Since you said those lists, okay, let's go for it. Do you have a style of play?
We do have a style of play. Yes, it's just implemented.
What's that style of play?
Can you explain that to us so we're aware, because we don't know.
As of now, I can't, because we're about to once the players come back. It's hard.
Okay, so to say right now. It will happen once the players come back. So you don't have currently a style of play. That's okay. So we've got that one.
Well, you know what's funny? It's funny because this time last year, you was talking to me. We were having different reverse conversations. Do you remember that one?
Because you were seeing the side of play at that time anyway. But as of now, you can't see that.
Yikes!
That's the truth.
No,
I'm putting that picture because he doesn't know what we're talking about. So,
Corey, me personally, I think we saw your style of play against Arsenal at times. Like I saw you try to drag them in
a little bit, but I want to see it in full flow. You haven't seen it in full flow. You've only seen it.
Corey, Marcus alluded to it a bit earlier. He said that Ten Hag's got no plan B, bro. None. He looks like he doesn't have a clue.
He doesn't have a plan A,
bro. What's his plan A? That's what I was gonna say. What's his plan A?
His plan A is the counter-attack thing. We know that.
How can you make a plan B? You haven't even got a bench to make a plan B, bro. How can you have a plan B when you can't switch anything?
Corey, proactive. Everyone gets injuries, bro. Everyone
gets injuries, but no one sits there with 10 injuries. No one sits there.
Last season, I had my whole attack out injured. Once had a couple seasons ago had Bearman injured. Corey,
Hold on a second. It's clear. Just allow you. Because you have 10 injuries.
Because their style of play will happen once the players return, okay?
But let me finish, yeah. But let me finish quickly. Yeah? Ethan, you just said you lost your whole back line last season. Where you or front line, whatever. Look where you ended up. You sat in 8th. Montel lost key players. I remember the Van Dijk season where he lost Van Dijk, Trent was gone, Gomez was gone, Matip was gone as well. I think the only one that didn't leave was Robertson, I think, or did Robertson go as well?
Robert was the only one who didn't get injured.
Yeah, that season you guys came 4th, innit?
Third.
Strap in, innit, Corey?
Third. Yeah, these men came 3rd, but that was because they had a world-class talent up at the top. World-class talent. And you had Mane still.
Okay, so what do you want us to do, Corey? Tell us what you want us to do.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we just blind Man U this season, man. So we'll just blind them. Tuesday they're injured and their player's not there. So we'll just let them off, innit?
Just bake on the judgment. Bake on the judgment
right
now.
Your manager's out of ideas. He's out of ideas, bro. You don't know what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bake on the judgment.
He's looking like he's lost the dressing room.
Come back to me in 10 games. That's the realness of it. Come back to
I don't think that's. How about this?
By the way, 10 games will take us to Christmas, basically.
Exactly. At least give me that.
Ethan, does this remind you of Conte?
Before we move on to Arsenal, I just don't think you get to say that, because I understand you have injuries, but your injuries aren't to the extent that you should be as bad as you are. Injuries shouldn't warrant no identity of football. Injuries, like when I say no identity, like if you have injuries and you're still trying to play your identity of football, at least we can say we see it. No one sees it. You don't see it. None of us do. Yeah. If we're looking at your first teamers that are out, Reguilon's been your best player. He's the debutant for Luke Shaw. Obviously, Varane is out. That's a big miss. Anthony's suspended because he wants to play UFC. So that's he's not here at the moment as well. Who's the other one? Mount's injured. Mount's injured. He wasn't playing last season anyway. So there's no Mount. But if we're looking at first team injuries, bro, it's Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Varane, and Anthony suspended. So those are the 4 first teamers out of your team. I'm looking at Anthony and I'm already taking him away from that. I don't think he's that good anyway. People argue that Delo is actually better than Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is just on good form. I'm taking that one out. That leaves 2 key man. I think Varane is integral. He's integral. That's just a mad thing that Varane's not playing in it. Yeah. And I think Luke Shaw, a lot of people are 50-50 on Luke Shaw as well. For the United fan base anyway. He does split your fan base in terms of I rate Luke Shaw. I think he's cold, isn't it? But a lot of people think he's plays for the contract. I don't need to explain it, Corey. You know your squad, innit? You know how people think of Luke Shaw, innit? I don't think with the current injuries you have, I'm not counting Kobe Mainoo and some of the other ones, the Diallo injuries. I just don't think there's any excuse to have 6 goals in the Premier League, 3 of them come against Luton. You have the problems that you're having because the problems that you're having are coming from the players that are still fit, that were flourishing last season.
Until I totally agree with you. It's fundamentally, in my personal opinion, it's down to the players because, of course,
and the manager. Yeah, he started with a diamond. He went with a diamond against Brighton. Suicide.
Montel, I agree with that. But based on the game that happened yesterday, that is solely on the players. The players, only the players could have done something there. Only the players, bro. Like tactics or not.
I thought Ten Hag trusted in the youth, bro. I've not seen that.
All right. We'll end it with a question. We'll end it with a question. Chat. Do Manchester United get out of their group in the Champions League? Yes or no? That's all I want to see in the chat. Yes or no? Do Man United get out of the group? We'll go around and then we'll move on to the Arsenal game. I'll start with me. I think they get out of their group. Ethan, do you think Man United get out of their group?
Yes.
Corey, do you think you get out of your group?
Yes.
Casey, do you think Man United get out of their group? You're mute. You're mute.
Yeah, no, I think they get through, but I think they join second and third, get the same points. I think they go through on goal difference. But
Kids, do you think they get out of their group? Kids, do you think they get out of their group?
You know what? Yeah, I don't think they do. I'm not gonna lie.
I love our kids. You know what?
After Galatasaray and Copenhagen,
maybe Galatasaray game match. If they beat Galatasaray, then they'll get through. But I can't see them doing that.
Corey, it's always followed by some sick shit.
Just hear me out. Zaha Dagger, hear me out. Maybe a Zaha Dagger.
Galatasaray are no bums, bro.
I mean, they got Icardi, Ndombele,
Mertens, Zaha. There's
there,
bro.
I seen a video of Zaha playing. The teammates were laughing at him because he didn't have a first touch. So like, why it's
Zaha, bro. You know Zaha's cold, so just forget.
We're not gonna do the Zaha thing like he won't run out.
We can't act like we haven't seen him for years, man.
It's true. Fair enough. Still,
do you think we might out the group?
I think they definitely qualify for the Europa League, 100%, man. I mean, yeah, they'll definitely qualify for the Europa.
Man said Europa League, cool. You're gonna have that.
32 thing coming and joining me.
Funny. This is just going to be another season where.
No, I'm joking. They'll qualify.
You know, don't bite.
You said sorry.
Please.
We won the
Speaking of Arsenal 4, PSV 0. Odegaard, Trossard, Saka, and Gabby Jesus getting on the score sheet. A very accomplished performance on their return to the Champions League. How many teams in the Champions League are better than Arsenal right now?
One.
Man said one.
I go 2.
But now I want to ask a broader question. How many teams would beat Arsenal on their day? Like, in terms of Arsenal would not fancy.
That's the same thing.
That's a better
because you can say they've got a better team than most. They got a better 11 than most teams. But for the Arsenal to actually go to somewhere like Bayern Allianz,
and win the game. I think Arsenal.
Bayern, but they got a better team than Bayern.
If we're talking over 2 legs, if we're being serious, talking over 2 legs, I believe Barcelona and Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and who's the other one? And Man City are the ones who give Arsenal big problems. I think everyone else, Arsenal beat with ease. Everyone else, they beat with ease.
I can't lie. I fear Napoli more than Barca.
I'm looking at Barca. I look at Barca and go, yo. People might look at them and like they're small fry, but watch them closely. They've got their signings right in it. And away from home, I think at the Emirates, you could hurt them at the Emirates easily. But I think going to what's this, Camp New Year? Sorry, going to the.
You got Ollie Skip. We grabbed 2 there though. Big man thing.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Skipper.
You know what it is though, Monzo? Arsenal still haven't gone to the the big clubs like Bayern, hostile environment, Liverpool,
like Real Madrid, Bernabeu, them ones there, yeah.
Bernabeu, hostile.
This is the season.
You man haven't got the dubs there.
We won at the Bernabeu.
I even back someone like AC or Inter over 2 legs against Arsenal.
You won at the Bernabeu in 2004. Hold on, one touch. You won at the Bernabeu in 2004/5.
But did we win there though?
Bro, I was.
We've not been there since then. We've not been there since. How can we win at a stadium we don't go to, bro? How can we win at a stadium we don't go to, Montel? I don't understand. We've not been there since.
I'm just saying it was a bit shameless.
The last time we visited there, we won. That's all I can go by.
I think this is the year where Arsenal need to get that out of their system, innit? And I think it just depends which round they go to. I don't believe they beat Bayern at the Allianz, but I believe they beat them at the Emirates. I don't believe Arsenal beat Madrid over 2 legs. I believe they can beat Barcelona over 2 legs, and I don't think they beat City over 2 legs.
You know what I believe, Mons? And Casey, I believe we just beat PSV yesterday 4-0. I don't think Bayern's in our group. Are Bayern in our group?
No, I think you
Bayern in our group.
I think we're saying
we're talking about fucking Bayern for, bro, man. We've been talking about them.
No, we asked the question. Because the question. One time, the question was asked.
You see this picture? I thought it was just Steve, man, but it's just everyone. It's all it's a whole piece.
Just speaking too much.
I'm not hearing any of this. What you want to say? But I'll let you guys talk.
Let me tell you straight. We are playing Champions League. A man is asking me questions about who's better and who's better than Arsenal. Don't worry about that. One game at a time. I played PSV. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about it.
But they don't want to talk about it, bro. When it's Arsenal, they always want to talk about the end of the road, bro. They always want to talk about the end. What about that? What about now, bro? This ain't no boys to men thing, bro. Let's talk about now.
Look what you've done, Monto. Deep it,
Hold on, baby. I'll tell you why I asked that question. I asked that question because how good you guys looked against PSV for me makes it seem like you walked that group. So that's why I've fast forward and gone, all right, now, when it comes to the round of 16, out of possible draws, who gives you guys problems? There's a lot of teams in the competition, and I said only 3 or 4 give you guys problems, in my opinion. So I don't know why you're...
No, wait, hold on. Mons, I hear it, but we're not ready to fast forward. How about that? We want to sit here. We want to sit in this current situation. That's what we want.
You get me? Do a Tottenham first.
You're just here to participate.
Yeah, just like that, Montel. Hopefully, you can be there to participate too. All right.
But you know what, Mons?
I've got more. I've got enough trophies.
Now, Mons, this is the thing. Yeah?
Winning a trophy.
This
You're
is
not
the
in the
thing.
competition.
We don't even get a moment.
You don't get to talk to man who've won the competition if you've never won it, bro. You don't get.
No, but this is what I'm saying. So this is the issue. This is what they do, bro. They draw it out so they can get an opportunity to say we've won it, but you lot haven't. Let us talk about PSV and Arsenal's impressive 4-0 at home. No goals conceded in our first game back in 7 years. Can we talk about that one first? Then we can dissect all this. It's about the participation, all that, bro. We've not even had a chance to enjoy our win yet. Let us enjoy it. Dissect that because we spent 20 minutes dissecting Manchester United's game versus Bayern Munich. As soon as it came to Arsenal, man's fast forward into how many teams can beat them. What's all this, man? Let us talk about the game like we did, man.
This is why I say small club mentality. Man's back to
you see what he's done. You see what he's done here. See what he's done. He's done it again. He's done it again.
Small club mentality. There was no malice in the question that I asked.
Once, can we talk about the game?
Please, nothing to do with the game. You're asking about the
lad.
What's that got to do with the game?
Yeah, I've got to go in it. But
big you up, my guy.
Big up, Corey.
You know, as much as we're playing against each other, you man, Champions League, big you man up. Got the first up.
Come on, G.
I get it.
Talk about him more. You know, praise the Lord on him, innit? Big him up, man.
That's a praise the Lord. That's a praise the Lord on him.
God's child.
Just that head up. God's child.
But yeah, no, that was cheap. PSV.
That was very cheap.
Yeah, it was, but we'll do it later.
Check on Corey. Hashtag check on Corey.
Yeah, hashtag check on Corey. But yeah, sorry, what was he saying? Yeah, no, listen, go on. Let's talk about the game in itself. Odegaard, man of the match.
Dumb footballer. And guys, you talk about Bruno.
Saka, first goal for Arsenal.
Saka, first goal. Odegaard, man of the match. Jesus banger.
Trossard.
Hey guys, let's be fair. Let's start where he's addressed. He talked about Odegaard, man of the match. And for me, that was a no-brainer. Odegaard being man of the match. He bossed the game from start to finish. Like, I remember when Fabregas was at Arsenal. I'm not saying comparing the players, but there was a stage where people were saying he doesn't have goals in his game. Like, he needs to score more goals. And then one season, he just switched the button. I think he had in the first 10 games, he had 8 goals or something crazy like that. And Odegaard's been able to pull that switch where he takes more shots. He's seemed to master that low left foot strike in the bottom corner. Like, once he catches that, we know where it's going. If a defender don't block it, it's going in the back of the net, bro. Like,
that's the ozone, man. You know the catch through that ozone, man.
Trust me. But he's definitely raised his game as the captain of this club. I wasn't sure how well it was going to go. I thought it would either put too much pressure on the boy or raise his game, and it seemed to have worked in terms of raising his game. And then it's perfect. He got a man the match just before the North London derby, so he's sharp and he's ready, bro. Good game.
Yeah, but listen. For anything, we need to talk about Trossard, didn't it? First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Ethan for not following through with that bid, because if he was to follow through, we wouldn't have had him. So thank you, bro, for not following through with that bid to sign him in Jan, because that guy is different class. The way he wrapped that bid, Yeah, no, he will. Of course he will.
No, I mean, even when Nelly's back.
Yeah, when Nelly comes back, Nelly has to do a lot to get back into this team. He has to. He literally has to because he's taking it for a mockery, bro. The way he's rapping things is mad. It's nuts.
Just quickly, Kay, just to add to what you're saying, did you? Obviously, I got to burst your bubble a little piece. Did you man know that Trossard's 29 in December?
That's sweet.
We knew that.
Yeah, what about
That's a bit of a
what does that
mean? You think?
Yeah.
How old's your number 9, bro?
Isn't
How old's your number 9?
Son's dirty.
Son's 24, yeah. Son's 24, yeah.
Son's not my number 9.
Oh, so who plays up front for you?
You know who? The Brazilian number 1.
Alright, stop it. That guy was a second half sub in the last game, bro. Don't do that. Second half substitute. Sorry, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
he came on as a super sub. So who? Your number 9 is Heung-min Son. How old is he?
Look what he done. He's got more.
Why are you not answering my questions, Ethan? Bro? Can you answer my question?
More GA than Gabriel Jesus. Does he not? Does he not have more GA?
Who?
Answer the question. How old is Son?
But I'm not answering anything until you answer my question. How old is Son?
Son.
How old is Son?
Don't worry about all that. He's a captain, bro.
He's a captain. Don't worry, he's the captain, bro.
He's a captain.
Listen, just like I said, bro, fake you
Let's
again.
Not do that. Man said, man really said, I'm about to burst your bubble. Trossard's 29. Right, like you dropped a bomb on us. Woo! Hey, did you not feel that one? Hey, that 29, was wild.
Bro. That means he's soon done.
Soon as he got stood, bro. I don't care if he wins us a league title in the next 2 years. Do I care?
And he's not even 29.
I know it's a question that you're not familiar with, but real talk, bro. I don't care.
That is aging, isn't it? Especially when you man are trying to build something for the future. I don't want him to get too comfy.
Bro, he's 28, bro. He's 28. Like, I don't get it.
And he's technically our second left winger. He's not even a start.
Literally, like, what you're saying is dumb. It's pointless.
I've seen Arsenal fans tell me that he's like,
Ethan, do better than this, bro. Do better. You're
better.
That was the worst reach ever, bro.
I've heard Arsenal fans say he's like your second best player, third best player.
Yeah, bro, he's a great
Anyone
player,
on the
bro.
panel said that? Anyone on the panel said that?
Listen, no.
Okay, so we move to the next one.
Anyways, back to the game. We don't talk about
Ethan, you're better than this, man. This ain't the Ethan I know, man. What's this, man? Hey, bro, what's this, bro? This remix. Is this really you?
I says it's really you. I'll see you Sunday, man.
You don't want to see me on Sunday, bro. Trust me.
I will.
Wait, I've clocked that actually. I said I'll clock.
I can't even be quiet in peace and let you man talk about what you're talking about.
Jamaican Lucas bottle right now.
Bro, why are you not involved in the discussion, man? We want you here, bro.
I'm the one. Saka's first game. Oh, he stinks. Oh, Jesus, where's this guy? Oh, Raya. Oh, Gabriel. Oh, Saliba. Ow. That's what he'll be doing.
Again, the man are actually just, you know what I call this? Top tier insecurity. It's just insecurity.
There's nothing to be insecure about, bro. We're top of the world. What's it to be insecure about,
bro? Literally insecure.
Bro, we just want to. Hey, bro, look. This is what I'm saying, man. You were all in when it was the Man U talk. Now you're switching up, saying,
where's our flowers? Where's our flowers?
Why are you not showing us the same respect, bro?
Yeah, real talk. Once looks vexed, TBG.
Bro, you've been vexed since we started talking Arsenal, bro.
Again, coming from you, One Touch. That's funny. One Touch, funny, because when I wanted certain respect for doing what I was doing in the Prem, you said I was doing the sympathy thing. Well done for beating PSV. Again, brilliant performances. I'm the one who signified the man of the match conversation with Odegaard. Again, by the way, I'm the one who brought that one up to begin with. What did we really start with? Listen. I was literally quiet. I was quiet for 5 minutes, and the man are telling me I'm being impartial with energy. You know why that's so funny?
What was the comments, bro? Assad said,
bro, the comments have made fake versions of the comments have made fake versions of us, bro. I can bring those comments up. Do you want me to do that? And say the crazy people. Say that?
Assad,
I don't think it's relevant to this discussion, Montel. Thanks for that information.
Again, Casey, you're bringing up comments. You're being impartial to the comments that you're reading. I've read hundreds of comments that cuss in the mandem, and I leave it. and I leave it. So
but we're not in control of the comment section. You are.
Montel, please just understand. Assad, a fellow, someone who's here. Look, even he's saying you're rattled. He knows you, Montel. He's been in hundreds of our recordings. He is saying
what happens when you bring 3 Arsenal fans onto a panel.
You are very quiet, which I agree with. And
I was quiet for like 5 minutes. I can't let them talk.
I know, but once you weren't even quiet, you were disinterested. That's our issue. Not that you were quiet. You were like,
I wouldn't be allowed to be quiet for 5 minutes. I'll be getting bombarded with questions. So
Casey, you've been quiet during this stream for 5 minutes. You have.
I understand because I know because I've won. I know. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to be quiet. I wouldn't be able to breathe. I wouldn't be able to breathe.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You lot just think you should get different treatment on this stream thing. Arsenal fans believe they should get different treatment. I wouldn't be able to. It's always if this was me. It's not John. It's always if this was me. If this was me. When it suits me, FC. Listen, bro. Like I haven't even got to my part of talking about the Arsenal game. And Casey, you're doing the thing where you're bringing up comments again. So when the people call you brainless and stuff like that, I'll just bring up those comments.
And you need to understand, fam. You're the one that's hot, you know. Dog.
But so I want to get some fresh air. It's killing because you were baked off chilling.
I was baked. I was baked, bro.
You was vexed.
I never tell him to go for a breather.
We all saw your face and you was vexed, bro. You looked vexed. You looked vexed. You
know what part about 4-0 gets you hot though? What is it?
No, and he's not. Ethan, do you want to know what I was doing? I was checking. Ethan, do you know what I was doing? I was checking my bet. That's what's the craziest thing.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was.
You will actually beat yourself, fam. I promise you.
Huh?
You get sucked in. You ain't going to explode yourself, fam.
I have to myself. But man are now creating a narrative because I didn't say anything positive about their team. Because I'm not sitting here breading. Because I didn't say anything for the last 5 minutes.
I'm not asking questions about.
When I asked you questions, when I asked you questions, you didn't like the question I asked. So I let you say what you want to say and deliberate.
I answered your question, bro.
Congratulations for beating PSV, the team that you also played in the Europa League last season. Congratulations for beating the team you should have beat.
No, but this is the thing. Okay, wait, hold on. Casey, one second. Because I just want you guys to deep. I just want everyone in the comments to deep what Montel has done tonight. And it's sensational stuff, by the way. If I didn't know Monts, I would be deceived, but I would not know either. But I know Monts. This is what he's done, right? He's come on the stream, let Man U talk about their game. Then he switches it up for us. The questions, hold on, don't interrupt. Switches it up for us. And then says, Arsenal, we want special treatment. No, we just want the exact same treatment you just gave Manchester United. And then what he does, is like, ooh, well done. You beat a team that you should beat 4-0. But we're not asking for you to big us up about that. We're just asking for you to talk about it. We're just asking for you to allow us to talk about it. That's it.
One touch. Even no. Sorry, Kate asked that. He's like, where's my praise? Where's my props? He does want the props.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Did you say that?
I never said where's my
Did you actually say
that? Someone told you heard that.
If he said that, but if he said that,
did man not say that? Wait, did man not say that?
No.
In comment section, you've been watching. Let us know because I don't remember him saying.
My correct words were, "I want flowers in it." When we deserve flowers, I want flowers. Who doesn't? Bro? When
there you go, one touch.
Sorry, Mud. Sorry.
There you go, one touch.
Bro, if Corey was to beat Bayern Munich, bro, he'll be getting flowers from once. Why can't we?
Listen. Man, I'm acting like this is their first time on Big Six Banter. They've never been here before. Yeah, at the end of the day, the team who loses is going to get the most questions, the most cookings, and the most energy from the whole panel, just as a general. Compared to the team who win, like even my 3-1 win today, that ain't really getting airtime. Let's be honest.
Of course, it's not getting airtime because you're Europa League.
Look again, and to be objective about it, like even if I was in the Champions League and I went and beat an Ajax 4-0. Like, I'm supposed to be Ajax 4-0 at home. Like, I'm not 4-0.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we wouldn't be vexed. You wouldn't be angry talking about it.
Yeah, but Kate, Hey, no one's angry though. Like literally,
Bro,
when you lot were talking, I asked you the question. I asked you a question because I generally thought I believe you lot.
Once you're rattled, you're rattled.
I
Be
said,
careful about talking with actors, you know.
You're not even letting me speak. Man, just speaking. Go on.
Do you see how he just changed up the characters? Like, guys, look, man. I'm like you, bro. You changed it, sick, bro. All right, bro. Hey, if you're not, hey, go and watch Monster's short movie on live now. Hey, this guy's an actor, you know, bro. Big boy. Months. Hey. Every single movie series you're a part of, I'm locked in, my guy, bro. That performance just there was. Hey, all three of them was on the screen just now, bro. In the space of 7 minutes, he put 3 different characters. Brother,
let me know what props do you want? Let me know what props you want.
I don't want them anymore. I don't want them, fam. I don't want them from you.
You don't want them
I deeped it. I don't need it from Europa League guys. Give me Champions League guys, please. I want their props.
Oh yeah.
I want Corey. Bring back Corey. Fuck it.
You don't have one. I told you about this argument, Kay. You don't have one, so please.
No one's say that.
Just give me the excuse to say it. Stop giving me the excuse to say it.
Bro, I don't need the Champions League to be in it, bro. I'm there, you're not. That's it.
Literally proved our point. He literally proved our point. I just beat
You'd rather have 6 of them than have none of them.
Hey, and I'd rather be in Champions League now and not be in Europa League. So where do you go from here?
I'd rather be in Europa League and have Champions League medals than be in the Champions League and have none. How about that?
But bro, Monts, you're going back to history again. You're doing a history thing again.
You know what it is, Monts? You know what it is? Because it's been a 6 years thing.
Ethan, you do not get to speak. You're not even in anything.
I was wondering when you were going to sign with him, bro. It took a while to die.
It's a different type. You know what? I already know it takes 4 men to try to take me down, but it's impossible. Man, I am press resistant. I am press resistant.
Yeah, because you just revert back to history.
But yet the comment section has been commenting on you sweating for the whole night.
Bro, again, I'm press resistant. Word to you untouched. Different characters for different situations. Word to you untouched. Different characters for different situations. At the end of the day, I sat there baked for 5 minutes and everyone was ready for me. So that shows me how that shows me everything I need to know. Tells me everything I need to hear.
Bro. You weren't baked.
You wasn't baked. I was baked. Like I was baked.
Yeah, you was sat back, relaxed, and angry at the same time.
All right, comment section. If Monts was rattled, hashtag rattled in the comment section. Can we have a hashtag rattled in the comment section? Hashtag rattled. Did Monts get rattled?
I'll be honest.
Arsenal are not that important. Hold on. Okay, even Arsenal are not that important for me to be angry at them winning the game. I'm sorry, they're not that important. That is crazy. I don't know how relevant you man think you are, but you're not that relevant for me to be angry at you not winning 4-0.
You're angry at the fact that we're in Champions League, bro. I can see it in your eyes. And I know
it doesn't, bro. You've never won it. So why am I angry that you're in the Champions League?
Bro, why do you keep talking about forget if we've never won it, bro.
Everybody that's the reason you're in it to win it.
Kids, Monts is right with what he's saying, but Monts is trying to deny that he's unhappy he's not in the Champions League.
That's
the fact. You can add all the other stuff on top of that if you want. That's fine. But the fact is you are unhappy.
I happily admit, bro, of course, if anyone would want to be in the Champions League.
There we go. That's it. That's my point.
Kids said,
but you don't have to.
I've got nothing against Arsenal.
Fair.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Like I even said, bro, Arsenal got 4-0 win. Odegaard was man of the match. You lot started talking about Richarlison. I was just like
that was Ethan.
Yeah, I know. One was entertaining the conversation about Richarlison, didn't he? He was entertaining the conversation because the NLD somehow crept in the conversation that I didn't bring up, by the way. I didn't bring up.
It's a Tottenham fan. Come on.
That was a either way, bro. At the end of the day, we won 4-0 in it. 4-0. Whether you're angry about that or not, no
one's angry about it though. You're not that important.
I believe you.
You man aren't that important for me to be angry that you won a game. You're not
my brother.
Monts, you seem hot in it.
Monts, have you ever heard the phrase "perception is reality"?
No, explain it to me. Break it down.
Well, basically, if a large amount of people perceive something to happen, the majority usually just say it's the reality. And the comment section seems to see that you are angry in this stream. So that might be the reality, you know? I'm not saying they're right, but I'm just saying that's the perception. That's just the perception that you're giving off. That's just the perception you're giving off, bro.
I thought it was different characters for different situations. I thought it was different characters for different situations, One Touch. So what does that mean?
Yeah, One Touch.
Different
What did you call that?
Perception is reality.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is killing me.
And that was the perception.
That was the perception. We're not saying they're right, Mons, but that's the perception that your energy was projecting to the masses. And they spoke on it.
No. What got my back up is that I was baked, bro. I was baked listening to you, man, having your conversation. I was on Bet365, and then man are telling me, why are you angry that we won? You're not that important. You have never been that important to me. Nor will you be that important to me. It'll be a long time before you become that important to me. And that's it. That's
you don't need to be important to you, bro. We're better than you.
That's what you see again. Perception of reality, that's what you're giving off.
How? We're better than you. And you know we're better than you. So what
exactly right. So if I've conceded to the fact that you're better than me, why do I need to be angry that you won?
You're angry at that fact, bro. You don't want to be, bro. You think you want to be in this position, bro? You want to be in ours. That's why you're angry. So when you're hearing 4-0s in Champions League night,
I won my game today. I'm baked. I won my game. Maybe if I drop points like Corey did, maybe if I drop points like Cray did, I'd be upset. But I've got no reason to be upset today. I'm fine.
You're in Europa League. So
okay, and I believe I'll be in Champs next year, and I believe I have enough Champions Leagues to be in Europa League for 1 year. So it doesn't bother me as much.
I'm not saying
would I prefer to be in the Champions League? Obviously, of course.
That is my point. You keep going back to history, bro. My point is, bro.
It's not, bro. Stop saying back to history because your history is Europa League. Is your history Europa League?
Okay, yes. I'm saying, bro. As of now, we're in Champions League. You're in Europa League. You don't like that. You're angry at that fact, bro. And that is today. That's my point, bro. So forget history and 6 Champions Leagues and all that. Forget that. As of now, you're in Europa League and you're hot. It's okay. I expect you to be, bro. But
I don't know how you somehow made this about me.
No. This is about Arsenal.
I understand. Again, for me, it's the fact that you haven't been there for 7 years, and now that you're here and I'm not there, that is like your trophy because you don't win European Cups. So that's like your European thing now. That's your European thing, is to say I'm here and you're there, and that's what you seem to keep bringing up to me. Even though I wasn't even involved in the conversation, but you want to make me, do you want me in the Champions League? Is that it? Do you want me in the Champions League?
We'll welcome you. We'll welcome you there. We'll definitely welcome you there.
Mons, what I do, hey, Mons, that was one hell of a speech. But what I do know, is there's 3 forms of communication, right? There's words.
Here we go.
There's words. There's tone of voice. And there's body language. And the body language is the loudest communicator, Mons. And your body language showed the masses that you were rattled. And we're just talking on it. And then as us talking on it, after us talking on it, you persisted to talk about the team that's so irrelevant for the last 6 minutes of the stream. You're talking about how irrelevant we are. You don't care about us. Mons, I'm just saying the perception you're giving off is Arsenal is rattling you. We're not saying that is the fact. But you need to change that. That's what I'm saying.
I told you already, again, ignoring what I'm saying now. I said what got my back up is that I was baked and I had nothing to do with what was going on. Like, you remember having your conversation, I didn't see need to interrupt. You somehow started talking about Richarlison, and I left you, man, to talk for 5 minutes. Like, the next question was coming. I was waiting for you guys to finish. And as I'm waiting for you guys to finish, I'll be real, my bet didn't come through. Something happened and it just got me hot. Like, I promise you.
So you were hot then. You were hot. The comment section were right. So the comment section were right. So there was tension going through those veins. But we just picked the wrong thing that was tensioning you. Okay. Comment section, you were right. But you're right.
Again, that's not what
we would never know if it was to do with a bet or not. So
I have nothing against. Again, I have to say it for the 55th time. I have no reason to be hot with Arsenal Football Club winning 4-0. And going forward, I let you guys talk about what you wanted to talk about for literally 5 minutes. This stream has been going on for 1 hour and 26 minutes. So the next time I be quiet for 5 minutes, I'll have to watch my back. going forward. That's fine.
Just put a smile, bro.
No.
Give us a smile.
That's it. Because Ethan's head's down right now. Ethan, why are you hot?
Look, smile. Why
are you hot?
Smile.
See what I'm saying?
Now I know Ethan's not angry.
Don't force the smile. Why are you hot?
Now I know Ethan's not angry. You was vexed. You had the face of someone that you had the. You was vexed, bro.
So at the end of the day, K. At the end of the day, K. If you lot are discussing what you want to discuss, look, can do that.
That's completely fine. But now you
know what? Maybe as a European veteran that I am, you lot just want my validation.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
If that makes you feel better,
I'll give you more validation, even though I'm the one who started off the conversation on Odegaard.
See how where we got to? We got to acceptance that he was angry, and now we found a solution, guys. This has been one hell of a session tonight, guys.
Play chat,
like, share, comment, and subscribe. Big Six Bants, Big Six therapy sessions.
I might
back here next week.
I might have to just turn off my camera because if
no. All just aside, once. Give us the next question though. Let's hear it though. What are you saying?
Bro, we've spent how much time discussing me because clearly I'm more important than Arsenal football.
No, bro. Again, you're going back to we established.
No.
You're right.
Word to you, kids. I offered you my praise, and you said you don't want it. You said you don't want it. So you wanted my validation. You wanted my validation to talk about Arsenal and your praise to beat a team that you beat in the Europa League last year that you should have been beaten anyway. And I asked you I offered it to you, and you didn't want it. So now we might as well. Do you want to move to Liverpool versus LASK now?
I thought you had another question for us, but if not, then we'll move on.
I had a few questions, but I couldn't even. But again, I was hot, so I didn't get to ask any of them. And
so who did you say Liverpool played today?
LASK. I don't even know who it is.
What? Man, it rolled off his tongue like he's been saying the name of the team for time, bro. LASK. Yeah, Liverpool versus LASK. I'm like, what? Liverpool versus who, mate?
You are a killer.
I'm in tears.
Yeah, man. I can't win today.
Go on, LASK. We say it, man.
Oh, mate.
But no, it was just a normal game. Poor start to the game as we do. Always start these games rubbish like we did at Wolves. Same story. But then obviously the big boys came on and we won the game. That's it.
Question for you. If you do want to win Europa League, but somehow get top 5 as well, because for me, I think you should be competing for both. If you can't beat LASK with your second fiddle team, does that not spark a worry?
No, but they beat them though, 3-1.
They had to bring on the big dogs.
No, we were already winning. Before.
Barely though. It was
Salah scored the goal. To be fair, Salah scored the goal to make it 3-1, innit? He scored the goal to make it 3-1.
But even before that, didn't Szoboszlai come on and then you scored the second?
Yeah, Szoboszlai came on, yeah.
Yeah.
So but that was because of the Gravenberch did get injured, and obviously Endo was playing. He didn't play too well, and Harvey Elliott was okay. He was all right. He was better when he went further forward than in the midfield, which I've always been saying. Anyway, I think Harvey Elliott's better going forward than he is in that centre mid role. I'm not really rated it, but I just think that we can't keep starting games like that. I just don't like. Van Dijk started, Konate started. Obviously, the goal we conceded was a worldie. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was a worldie in it. Like, it was a worldie of a goal. Cool, whatever. But for me, if you're 1-0 down at LASK at half time, we made 11 changes. Cool, we made 11 changes. But Van Dijk's a first teamer. Diaz is a first teamer. Konate is a first teamer. And you could argue Nunez. In it. Yeah. Cool. You could argue maybe Nunez. So there's at least 3/4 veterans there. Like, when I say veterans, you know what I mean, innit? Like big boy players for Liverpool. So I don't know, man. I just think that should have been. I'd rather have gone 3-0 up and then conceded the one goal at the end, as opposed to going 1-0 down and then having to because it's just the same. I just saw the same stuff I saw at Wolves. I saw the exact same game. It just wasn't as Wolves was a lot harder. But it was just the same timeline.
Yeah.
We were in Austria, on Hackney Marshes in Austria.
Just on a quick one on Nunez, innit? I know you don't rate him, but I don't know where your mindset is now with him. But there was one chance where Harvey Elliott whipped in some mean ball. Was it Harvey Elliott?
Mean, yeah, mean.
Mean ball. He had a free header. Yeah. And I think that's bread and butter for a striker. But then he went on to score and, inspire a win, I guess. But
scored a pen.
He scored a pen, yeah. But what? Yeah, with that being said, do you think, obviously there's time, but do you think this is causing a major issue in terms of you guys' progression? Let me put it like this. He's a major threat, yeah? He's very good, threat. But in terms of his finishing and his him being clinical.
You're trying to open a can of beans,
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand where he sits in terms of big games. He's too hot and cold to start
You don't sit with me.
He's quality.
You don't sit with me. You know he don't sit with me. But what I'd say is that he has improved. I'll be real. Listen, I hate it to say he hasn't improved. He definitely has improved, innit? Yeah. But when Harvey whipped in that ball, I had Drifty telling me, "Oh man, the ball was a bit behind." No, bro. I said that cross was nigh on perfect. For me, I'm not expecting excuses for that. I think the best strikers don't even score that header. But you know what the best strikers do? They either head it down or they work the keeper in it. He should have worked the keeper minimum for me. The way he's seen it, you can see the ball coming all the way, and you're not even there's no defender left and right of you. So for me, he just has to hit the target. I think what he done well today, it was the kind of things that you always associate with Nunez: tenacity, running the channels, pressing. But when the ball was fizzed into him in between the lines, ask me what happened.
Quality is just not there. But I think he'll turn a half chance into a big chance, but the big chances he'll turn into
That's it. He's not going to be a scorer of a great number of goals.
It will turn into a half chance because it's he's
that must be so frustrating for you, man. Do you start him against City? Do you start him against Arsenal? Do you start him against me?
I think you kind of bring him off. For me, I think he's been better off the bench, but I would be lying if I said he didn't deserve a start, though.
Yeah, you see, Nunez, I'm one of the few people that like Nunez, and I've always likened him to a Diego Forlan. I get judged for it because I think he's not going to be a scorer of a great number of goals, but he's going to be a scorer of great goals, man. Just like Ethan was saying, he turns a half chance into a quality situation. So I think the best you can expect from a strike in the league is 15 to 17 goals, maybe. But I think the chaos he causes on top of that is enough. I think he'll be a massive asset for you this season. I rate him, man.
Yeah, no, I think he will.
That's a problem, though, isn't it?
I just think in certain areas and certain times, I just think Darwin Nunez is very suited to certain games. And I think he's a brilliant plan B, but if the team does sit deep and very compact, I struggle to think sometimes.
He ain't no one.
Yeah, I struggle to think where he gets his goal.
Yeah, and he'd get me so hot. When you're getting minimal
high line, you're done.
Him and Trent would cause havoc.
Yeah, cooking. But then again, if he has one of those days where he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, what's the point? You don't know which one of those. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
He's hot or cold, isn't it? Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so it is a bit 50-50. But today he got his assist, he got his goal. He's a good penalty as well. So for me, I feel like the team did struggle to create for him in the first half, innit? So I weren't really on Nunez today. I didn't really have too much of an opinion on.
Did you think Luis Diaz played well?
Not really.
I was gonna say because I saw a couple of people
saying he took his goal, but he didn't have a great game.
He scored, but overall it didn't look great, innit? Maybe it was the pitch and you might not suit it to that. I don't know, but
bro, the pitch was definitely dusty. Though. I don't know if you man saw the pitch. The pitch was dusty. Definitely, that's that Europa League stuff. I told you, that's that Hackney Marshes in Austria because that pitch was knackered, innit? I was seeing the ball bounce off enough man's ankles and that, but. Again, we got. Do you know what it is with them one there? You got to just get in and get out of no injuries. And unfortunately, Gravenberch, obviously, for me, he was the best player on the pitch.
He picked up an injury.
Yeah, he sat down. That's why Salah come on.
Yeah, he was the best, but he's kind of the best out of a bad bunch, if I'm honest. There was no.
Yeah, bro, I saw what I needed to see in terms of. Do you see the little snazzy half turns? I was seeing it, bro.
Yeah, it's a little bit there, but
do you see Klopp using him more as a 6 or as an 8?
That's an 8 still, bro. Like
8, yeah.
I wanted to be a 6 in it, but bro, if you watch the game and saw the way he was driving with the ball, that ain't no DM.
His dribbling is good.
We're back to the no DM stage.
He's very graceful in it. He's not like Fabinho, who's just gonna he don't care about his ankles and he's just gonna step on man regardless, bro. I think he can do that. Well. You have to coach him, bro. He's got the same physique as Fabinho. I think they're the same height. They're the same height.
Techie.
But he's techie, bro. And it's like, I think if he plays DM, he might let his runner go. Did you get it?
Yeah.
I think he might let his runner pass his shoulder and that. And you'll only see.
He was the ideal replacement for Xhaka for me, man. But like the season before, when he went to Bayern, I was saying,
yeah,
man. Perfect.
Yeah. But listen, people, we're gonna cut it there. Obviously, big up Solo in the chat as well. We're gonna cut it there. Tomorrow we'll be back with it's the big one. Pause. It's the NLD preview. Of course, it'll be the normal Premier League preview, but obviously it's going to be centered around the NLD. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Ethan, I'll be watching, so watch it. Watch your mouth.
Make sure, brother.
I'll be watching. I'll be in the comments, kids. So make sure he's on his best.
Don't worry, I'll put him in his place one touch, man. You know how we do, man.
Just know Sunday's going to be very interesting. Obviously, a lot of Sunday fixtures. Saturday's not going to be as interesting, but we'll see. And man. I think we'll leave
that time as well. It's weird.
Yeah, they botched. They just that should have been a 4:30 kickoff easily, but it's fine.
Should have put one of them on Saturday, man. Saturday's games are dead.
Yeah. All right, people. Well, it's been another episode of Big Six Bands. Make sure you catch us tomorrow around 6 p.m. I'm gonna say around 6 p.m. And make sure you have your notification bells on and smash the like button if you're watching this back. And we are 3 subscribers off of 6,600. So make sure we make that happen. And we'll see you soon. It's been another episode of Big Six Bands. We've got to get this wrapped. Make sure you go and subscribe to the boys. Make sure you go subscribe to One Touch TV. It is in the title. So you go and subscribe to him. Make sure you support and subscribe. And you might see him in the roundup if he wants to show up if Arsenal win.
Hey,
take care.
Just make sure.